Football has always been a sport filled with excitement, and part of that excitement comes from the amazing tricks and skills players showcase on the pitch. These moves can be thrilling to watch, unless of course they're being used against your favorite team. However, in the modern game, some of these flashy tricks are no longer welcome. In fact, a few have been completely banned from official matches. In today's video, we'll take a look at some football tricks that have been outlawed in the game forever. Let's start with the running knee lock, a trick that's as impractical as it is illegal. Imagine trapping the ball between your knees and then running with it. It's almost like picking up the ball and sprinting down the field. Obviously, this goes against the very essence of football. If a player tries this during a match, the referee will immediately intervene, stopping the play and likely issuing a yellow card for the player's troubles. It's no wonder this move has been banned. It simply doesn't belong on the pitch. Next up is the low header. This one can be confusing, even for professional players. You probably know that goalkeepers aren't allowed to pick up back passes with their hands. To get around this, some players have tried passing the ball back to the keeper using their heads instead. Now, if the ball is already in the air, heading it back is perfectly fine. But if you try to head the ball when it's on the ground by getting down low or flicking it up with your foot before heading it, you're breaking the rules. The law of the game states that this type of deliberate trickery is not allowed. If a player uses a deliberate trick like flicking the ball to their head with their foot to pass it to the goalkeeper, they'll be cautioned for unsporting behavior. It doesn't matter whether the goalkeeper handles the ball or not. The offense is committed by the player trying to bypass the spirit and letter of the law. The result? The player gets a booking and a free kick is awarded to the opposing team. A good example of this was when Marco Verratti was booked for pulling off a variation of this trick while playing for PSG in 2019. Even the players seemed surprised by the ruling, which just shows that not everyone is fully aware of all the rules. If you've ever kicked a ball around on the streets, you've probably seen or even tried the shirt catch. This is where a player traps a falling ball inside their shirt, making it look like they're mimicking a pregnant belly. While this might get a few laughs in a casual game, it's a big no-no in professional football. The shirt is considered an extension of the player's arms, so catching the ball in your shirt is treated the same as handling it with your hands. Jan Gunnar Solli, a Norwegian right back, once tried this during a match and was promptly booked for it. It might be funny on the streets, but in a professional setting, it's a clear violation of the rules. The seal dribble is one of those tricks that looks as impressive as it sounds. Picture this. A player juggles the ball on their forehead while sprinting down the field. It's an incredible display of skill, but in the world of professional football, it's a move that can quickly land you in trouble. Although technically not against the rules, the seal dribble can be seen as unsportsmanlike conduct. This is because it puts the player at risk of injury, as opponents may take aggressive measures to stop the showboating. The referee has the discretion to issue a yellow card or even award a free kick to the opposing team. A famous example of this was Kurlan, the Brazilian player known for perfecting the seal dribble in the early 2000s. Unfortunately, his career was marred by injuries, many of which were a direct result of this flashy but risky trick. In this sense, some of these rules are actually in place to protect players from potential harm. Next up is the head stall, a move similar to the seal dribble but with a slight twist. Instead of juggling the ball, the player simply balances it on their head while moving around the pitch. It's a challenging skill to pull off, especially since you can't use your hands to steady the ball. Fans might cheer for it during warm-ups or charity matches, but when done in an official game, it's a different story. The head stall is considered unsportsmanlike because it can slow down the game and provoke opponents. Like the seal dribble, whether or not you get booked for it depends on the referee, but don't be surprised if you see a yellow card for attempting it. Up next is the neck stall. This trick is one you've likely seen many times, especially when players are being introduced at a new club. After showing off their juggling skills, players often finish by trapping the ball on the back of their necks. However, this trick is typically reserved for occasions like player unveilings, warm-ups, or casual games, anything outside an official match. While it's not explicitly banned, it's viewed as unsportsmanlike if done during a game, and the player might not receive a warm reception from opposing fans, players, or even the media. Don't be surprised if a referee decides to issue a booking for it. Finally, the donkey kick free kick is a creative but controversial way to take a set piece. In this routine, one player uses a back heel, or donkey kick, to lift the ball up, allowing a teammate to strike it towards the goal. It's a move that requires perfect timing and coordination, but sadly, it's no longer allowed. The trick was banned after Coventry City players pulled it off against Everton in 1970. While it may have been exciting to watch, the governing bodies decided that it was too unconventional for the sport. and it's now a thing of the past. It's a shame that we'll likely never witness such a creative goal again. What do you think about these tricks being banned from football? Do you believe it takes away from the excitement of the game, or do you think the bans are justified? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so you never miss out on new content, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye!